Hey, good morning. It's Saturday, January 20th, 2018, and I am super stoked that the Women's March is about to start. I'm wearing my Maxine Waters shirt, reclaiming my time, and I look up to Maxine Waters so much, Congresswoman in Los Angeles, because she's been in the Congress since 1991, and she started out volunteering at her kid's school and just went from there. She's going to turn 80 years old this August, and she's just like totally incredible. She even stood up to Steve Mnuchin, and this is like how she became famous for this reclaiming my time phrase, and she's just amazing. So last night, well, this is pretty cool. Someone did call the FaceTime line, which is so awesome. I didn't answer. The phone was off and we weren't like live, but it's 805-816-3792. So the latest project in this series is to set up a server. And what I actually did was I remembered that I got our manual from the Apple Consultants Network. Let's see, I'm just grabbing my iPad. And although I love Todd's work, it's not complete. Sorry, Todd, you don't have complete information. So, he has really good information, but here I have 724 pages of our official manual from Apple, installing the server and how to just get started with Server 5. Server 5.4 has some additional features, but I mean, this is powerful. Let's do this together. Let's definitely do this together. Let's start from scratch. It's going to be free. No Udemy, no nothing. Just like put up some of my sponsor links. Maybe we can just click on something if it appeals to you, whether it's, I'm going to have the following sponsors: Backblaze, Bombitch software, Bombitch. Gonna have Nord VPN and Clean My Mac. So I'll make little plugs for those resources, and I'll give you my website. I've got my own Apple Store, which if you click through my Apple Store link, I'll get a little commish if you're gonna buy something anyway, and we'll just do this for free, 100% free. I'll plug some of my sponsors, but there's not going to be a charge for this. So why would you go through the trouble? It's going to take a few weeks, but we can do it together. Why would you go through the trouble of setting up a server, even if it's free? Well, okay, this is super powerful. First of all, you're going to learn. You're going to learn how important servers are and how they work. And I'm going to learn it too. And I need to know this. Hang on a sec. I've got live comments going, and trying to get my chat pop out here. It's not working. If you have a question, text me on the burner SE. 805-816-3792. You can FaceTime here too. Okay, so I'm going to make a commitment to you that I will show up and we'll read this book together. We'll make it kind of interesting. I don't know about super entertaining. I can max out. But we'll go step by step. We'll use the Todd Oldoff method too. We'll integrate some Todd Oldoff. We'll integrate the book, and believe me, I'm comedy enough to make the book kind of interesting. And we'll learn together. It's going to take a $20 commitment from you, and you're going to have a Mac. So $20 will be spent at the Mac App Store getting Mac OS server. So the greater importance of this is, hey, you might not want to have your own website or host it. But let's say you've got a little project website that you want to put up, a little blog, let's say. Well, there are so many ways simply to install WordPress and get a theme and install WordPress on your own server. Those hosting fees are like $30 a month. What if you don't want to work on your website all the time? You're paying $30 a month at least for those hosting fees. I use Squarespace, so mine's $144 for a whole year and I get commerce. But why should I spend that money if I just want to have like a little whatever website? You can do it for free. There are free Tumblr websites, but now that Verizon's bought Tumblr, I don't know. The future is a little shaky when it comes to that. So why else would you want to install a server? Why would you want to even know about that? Well, you know, servers do freaking everything. All of these apps, all of these. Here you'll see the Surfing Grim Reaper. I'm going to show you my screensaver. I went to a thrift store and I saw this on a t-shirt. It's the Grim Reaper surfing. And the caption is, he's killing it. I just thought that was so cheesy. It was like this 80s shirt. It's kind of a crusty shirt. I didn't want to actually buy it, but I took a picture of it. So yeah, everything that we're using servers for these apps all the time. And so how do apps work? Well, shit, I don't know. Right? Do we begin just not knowing? We're just going to install them and go, cool. What does it do? Oh, it gives me pictures. Good to go. Let's read some news. Well, you got to stop and think about what this stuff does, how it works, just to know. Just to be that dangerous mind that knows how this works. Especially if you're a woman. Especially if you're a Latina, como yo. Especially if you're someone who has different abilities. Let's say you're someone different. You know, you're not tech bro. Guess what? I worked in the music business. I thought it was 10 years, but I counted back from the time I was 19, no, entertainment, 19 to 36 years old. I've seen a lot of bros in a lot of different industries. And you know what? They do not know. Bros don't know. They don't know. They don't know the technology. They'll know a few little things, just like the bros in the music business. They'll know a few key phrases to make you think that they know more than you. They'll memorize a few things that they think they absolutely need to know. Whether it's, I can tell us if a song is going to be a hit in the first 8 bars. To like, yeah, this movie has Brad Pitt attached. Yeah, the gigahertz on this. It's the same soundbite that I've been hearing. I'm a 45-year-old woman. The same soundbite that I've been hearing in different incarnations for decades. It's a lie. It's not even bullshit. It's so past bullshit that it's just a simple lie. That this image is lying to us, telling us we can't do it. It's for tech bro. It's not for me. Just someone sitting in my living room. It's not for me. I will never know that. I will never be a developer. That's for them. It's not for me. I'll never pass the test. Let's smash that. Smash it. Because it is for you. I'm going to walk with you. All you have to do, I'm going to even put this on repeat. And I'm going to put it in so many different places. I'm going to contribute this to us. This is for us. This is free. All you have to do is pay $20 for the OS X server and have a Mac. If you're watching any of my stuff, you probably have a Mac already. You can install OS X server. I'm going to look up the requirements. Let's see here. OS X server 5. That's what we're going to be going off. Let me just quick find the search thing. Yeah, there's so few people that can pull off the level of arrogance that it takes to convince all of us that we're stupid. It just takes a few. You know, to repress a whole population of people. It just takes a few. And negative thinking and that arrogance is so oppressive that we believe it, and we become depressed, we become immobilized. And you know what? I'm reclaiming my time, and I want you to reclaim your time too, because we're being told a lie. I actually didn't do my server thing last night because I was crying, because I was so frustrated by the stupid certification test that I have to take. I actually had to go back all over again. I was studying for what I didn't know was an expert level certification. I spent months studying for it. And I was like, this is so hard. But it had so many audio principles that I understood how to read the technical specifications. But the thought of being tested on something that is 2 levels above what I need to be tested on would have been really self-sabotage. So I had to roll back and start from page 1, open up the CompTIA Network Plus, and open from page 1 and start reading from page 1. Shit, I had to do that. I know, I have to do that every day and learn something new. Don't let these people project this image of sunglasses and Lamborghinis and let you can be convinced that they know what they're talking about. Because I tell you, they don't. They don't. This stuff changes all the time. I went on my own and started my own IT business. I worked for one of the biggest platforms that started chat and that started intercepted phone calls. That was like, I became disabled, injured on the job, well, not literally disabled, I should say injured on the job. I had to go on work comp in 2008 or 9, 8 or 9, right at the housing crash. I was working full-time in the union and in professional audio with concerts. And I got hit with speakers and I had to stop working. And I couldn't go back to my union job again. I had to retrain. So during that time, I knew a lot about tech. I had worked at the Apple store. I couldn't work, so I just studied platforms. And I discovered a platform called Ingenio, a live person. And between Ingenio and live person, they invented, there were different contributors, but they basically invented like the phone. If your phone rings and you're trying to reach someone in customer support and you're reaching a remote support person, they developed that technology. And they developed a lot of contributions of like their own chat platform. And I worked in client services. So I didn't know really, I went from not really knowing a lot about computers and stuff to like working for a platform. And people started to depend on that platform and their technology for their income. I saw this happen 10 years ago when I worked for a platform. And you are so dependent on that platform that you probably aren't able to get your own customers without it. So you need to learn this stuff. Any YouTuber that is in crisis mode right now because your channel is getting shut down, well, come with me. I'm going to take you page by page through this installing OS X server. And yeah, it's 700 pages, but I'm going to be with you all the way. I'm making a commitment that I'm going to teach this for free. All right, so let's see here the requirements for OS X server. I'm just going to look it up here. Let's see. Server requirements. Okay. So you will need, okay. All right, peeps that use older stuff. You can use a mid-2007 iMac. You can use a late 2008 MacBook. You can use a 2015 or later MacBook Retina. That's the little light book. I love those. You can use a MacBook Pro from 2007 or later. You can use a late 2008 or later MacBook Air. You can use a MacBook Pro, a Mac Pro 2008 or later, or you can use Xserve, early 2009. So if you're using Xserve, do you know that the people are giving these away on Craigslist? if you're in LA or you're in New York or you're in Chicago or Minneapolis or any of these places that have somewhat Florida, a little bit of a production community, you can pick this gear up so cheap. And with my tip that I gave out the other day, where you can put an SSD drive on this, this will turn your Mac into a super fast Mac. Even if you have a 2008 iMac or 2007, you can run this Mac server software on old Macs. So, hey, I know you can bring one out of the garage. A lot of people have an iMac that's not really sellable, wouldn't be really worth the pain in the butt of putting it on Craigslist for the $100 you can get for it. Well, bring it out of the garage. Let's do this server project together, because you're going to understand how this world works. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't do this, or that you've got nothing to contribute to the tech community, or it's for a CEO tech dude and not you. It is for you. It is for you. No matter who you are, no matter what background you come from, no matter what your ability, your physical limitations are, this is for you. This is our world. This is our language now. So, hey, I was crying yesterday because I felt so frustrated and so limited, and I felt like I had to begin all over again. And I got frustrated because I watched all 12 of the Todd Olthoff videos, and they are so helpful, but I was getting frustrated because it doesn't, in earlier videos, it shows you how to begin at the beginning, but I've forgotten that I purchased this OS server manual, and you really need to begin at the beginning. So, hey, there's no fee for this. I'm going to do it together. I'm also going to put this on for rebroadcast on my YouTube channel. I'm going to put it on my Vimeo channel. I'm going to upgrade my Vimeo so I can give this to you. And, between... oh, hey, Pamela. Let's see. Okay, so to answer the question about OS X server, it's not pre-installed. You get it from the App Store. Let me show you. I'm going to turn around this camera and show you. And I'm going to keep my code up too of when I tried terminal and it just turned 100% red. This is how we learn. Code is breakable. It breaks. It breaks. It's okay. Your code will break. You will fix it. It will not work if it's broken, and that's how you'll know you need to fix it. And you will learn how to fix it, because it's code. It's built from nothing. So we can't attach to it. Any reflection or any mirror image that we get from code breaking is our own stuff that we need to heal. So, okay. I'm just going to turn this around here. All right, here's my social life app. And I'm just going to show my broken code as a badge of honor to show that I tried. And that's not a failure. That is actually a success because I tried. So, Mac App Store, here you are. Okay. All right, so we're going to find server. There we go. All right. So here's Mac OS server. Okay, so we're going to read a little bit more about it. So this is a big deal. It's got a profile manager. So if you're thinking about developing some apps, there's something here for you that you might not have thought of before. App hosting is money. To host your apps, that's pretty expensive, and it seems to get more expensive every year. You've got a profile manager here. There's, I'm thinking that there's a way to host your own app server on OS X server. Calendars, share calendars. Let's say you're hosting some events and you want to keep people in the loop. This will integrate with Gmail. It will integrate with iCloud. And I don't know what else. Probably other stuff. Okay. Contact server. So let's say you have a group of activists or a group of common interest people, and you want to be able to have a phone list and an email list for everybody in that group. You can have a live contact server that people can use to synchronize that contact list. And you can also take people off and put them back on and do all that stuff. So that's pretty sweet. Mail server, you can have your own private email. So that's pretty cool. VPN. So we've talked a lot about VPN. I am affiliated with Nord VPN, and they've got these servers all over the world. You can actually create your own VPN, which will allow you to go anywhere and tunnel in, get your files, and actually work on your remote computer. So that's pretty cool. Remote management of the server. It's got a graphical interface, which just means that you can see it. And then here, we've got 1 star. I bet worst Apple product ever. It breaks file sharing. No, it doesn't. It does not break file sharing. They changed the way that the file sharing works. So this person did not take the time to actually go in and learn the changes. ACLs don't work. File locking doesn't work. Yeah, it does. Permissions don't inherit properly and are randomly and incorrectly followed. Well, you have to go in and fix that. We learned that from Todd Olthoff in the first server workshop. So yeah, all right. So if you're gonna rag on OS server, then at least know what it does and what the changes are. File sharing management interface, no longer a part of this product. That's because they put it in the system preferences. So everything that people are crying about here, I can see that they have really valid concerns, but they didn't track the changes, which means that all of these things are integrated into the Mac. Now, when you have OS server, all of these things that people are complaining about are in the system preferences. So they're not where they used to be. So yeah, you can see that people are really frustrated, especially at the end of the year after the update. So when High Sierra came along, there were a lot of changes. So of course that's going to be frustrating. If you set your server up once and don't maintain it and don't know what the changes are, you're going to be really grumpy, and you'll have a reason to. Okay, so here's Mac OS server. Tell a friend. I'm telling a friend right now. This is $19.99. You can see it's really lightweight. It's only 194 megabytes. Really, this is very inexpensive. It does take a lot of configuration. And then here's server support. Let's see if we can call AppleCare to get support for this. Yeah, okay, yay. Resources, we've got text back features. I have a question. Okay, check this out. This is the most powerful thing so far about this. This server is supported by AppleCare. So you can call 1-800-275-2273 and say, hey, my server is not working correctly. You will get Apple support. You can chat with them, you can call them. So hey, we've got nothing to lose here. Also, I wanted to show you something really quick. No, it's not that quick. It comes with a story. It comes with a story. All right. This was pretty gnarly. So on social media, we kind of chuckle a little bit because Facebook has become the place for parents and grandparents. The aunties are on Facebook, right? We don't have too many young people anymore using Facebook. You kind of use it just so you can connect with the elders in your life, right? If you're more younger person, people in my generation and above, are Facebookers, right? So this population is being preyed on so much. My friend's mom, who I adore, she lives on Facebook. She has very bad allergies. It's hard for her to get around. She stays in touch on Facebook. She's a very creative writer. She puts her writing on Facebook. She does these digital images that are so beautiful. She always has a positive message. She's got tons of fans. She's got a big following on Facebook. She lives for Facebook. It's her way. It's her outlet to the world. Someone hacked her Facebook, put malware on her computer, and it logged her out. Facebook logged her out. Facebook has a feature now where it will sense if your computer has malware that can be distributed through their platform, which is great, and they'll kick you off. So what I did was I went in remotely and I cleaned up her computer. She had like 20 viruses on there. Again, a Mac user. But Macs are getting viruses now, and these people are specifically targeting the older generation. And let's just remind ourselves, as we're reclaiming our time, who our elders really are. They stopped a war. They stopped a corrupt presidency. They are baby boomers. They took our economy from its lowest point and ramped it up through the 80s. Oh, and they invented rock and roll while they're at it. So the people who survived all of that are our elders. And they're a very powerful generation of people, a powerful generation of activists and truth tellers and creators and survivors, you know. And if you know anyone who is a Jewish American in that generation, their parents were most likely survivors of unspeakable things. And so we need to honor them with all the respect that we can muster and help them. So I feel very passionately about this. So I was able to go in, clear the malware from her computer, and also set her up with what's known as OpenDNS. And the OpenDNS will actually block IP addresses, and it's free. You can put 3 IP addresses on it. So if you've got mom or grandma or auntie, your uncle, your grandfather, who is on the internet a lot, this OpenDNS project is a free project from Cisco. Costco. All right, so let's see, OpenDNS.com. It's free. You can put 3 IPs on it. So you can put grandparents, aunties, your neighbor, someone. You gotta adopt these people if you're a little tech savvy. You have to bring them into your heart and help them, because they're being preyed on in ways that are really destructive to them and stifles their voice. We can't have that. Our elders are our libraries. So OpenDNS, it's free. Then we have a new program called Sophos. They're not new. They're enterprise, business to business, huge corporations. Sophos. S-O-P... Oh, I don't remember. I don't know how to spell. I'm a little dyslexic when it comes to like spelling on the fly. S-O-P-H-O-S. Right? Yeah. S-O-P-H-O-S. Sophos. Home. Free account. Again, it's free. This is free antivirus. It works. You can secure 10 PCs and Macs for free. So yeah, this is an award-winning antivirus for Mac and PC, and our elders need this. They need this. So what it will do is, it's very lightweight, and it doesn't slow your computer down. So you can actually manage it you can set up an account on your computer, the tech-savvy person, and you can go to your elder's computer and help them and actually set this up for them one time. Create an account for yourself so you can manage it for them. And then you just install the program. It scans and does its thing, and it automatically will filter out any kind of baddies, any kind of malware. It'll catch it and it will get it. So OpenDNS will block those websites from even loading. It will block. It's got 13 different criteria going from. I'm going to just turn around and show you here what it looks like. All right, so this is Cisco. And if you're a professional like myself and you manage accounts, you can upgrade your account. I'm planning on upgrading this to be huge. Because it's just gotten so easy for hackers to come in and ruin our lives. And it's breaking my heart. There was a guy on YouTube, older guy, I think he was in his 70s for sure. He did the silly karaoke where he would sit in his living room. You got all these tchotchkes around, all these cute little, his apartment looked like it was straight from the 70s. And he sang like gangster rap. Ridiculous. Very silly. So someone hacked his account, and he was actually supplementing his Social Security by his YouTube channel, and then his income was gone. So someone took over his account, and he hasn't been able to get it back. And, you know, who does that? Anyway, rant over. I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to show you, actually, let's see here. I can't really show you because it's going to show you direct IP addresses, and that's going to leave me vulnerable to getting hacked, and I don't want to do that. But web content filters. Okay, so here's the web content filtering. You can choose academic, fraud, alcohol, automotive, chat, drugs, file storage, which should be like peer-to-peer, gambling, government. I don't know why anybody would want to block a government site, but I would not recommend that. Humor, lingerie, bikini, news, and media. Who would want to do that? I don't know. P2P file sharing, so any kind of BitTorrent, podcasts. No, don't choose that. Portals, that could take you to a dangerous place. Religious, okay, so you don't want to be spiritual. That's your choice. Sexuality, sports, tobacco, visual search engines, webmail, adult themes, anime, blogs, classifieds, e-commerce, financial institutions, games, hate and discrimination, instant messaging, movies, nonprofits, parked domains, politics, proxy anonymizer, research and reference, social networking, tasteless travel, weapons, adware, auctions, business services, dating, financial institutions, forums, German youth protection, fitness and health, jobs and employment, music nudity, music or nudity, photo sharing, pornography, radio, search engines, software, television, video sharing, and web spam. So that's a lot of things, a bunch of categories. If you go to the moderate filtering, it will protect against adware, alcohol, dating, drugs, gambling, hate, discrimination, weapons, tasteless, lingerie, bikini, proxy, anonymizer, sexuality, nudity, pornography. So you can change those, you can customize those to whatever the preference is, but the point is to get those adware and the proxy anonymizers and the, let's see, what else we want to for sure get for any kind of adware. Because those potentially unwanted programs just leave a gaping hole for hackers to jump on in and wreak havoc on our precious, precious elders. And that's not happening. Reclaiming my time. So we got to protect them. We got to protect these precious living assets to history. People who have made history. Those are our elders. We got to love them up and protect them. It'll take you 15 minutes, 30 minutes to set this all up. It's going to be easy for you. Let me just see if I can log into my Sophos home without revealing any info that I wouldn't want revealed. And Oh yeah, here's let's see here. Okay. Mm. So I'm going to turn this around so that you can see how Sophos works. And okay, here we have my screen capture. Okay, so here's me. Sophos home. Right? home.sophos.com. This is a powerful enterprise software, but they're giving it to you for free at home. This is in beta. It works, but it's in beta. So that means that they're probably going to roll out a paid version of this eventually. Here I have, on my iMac, I've got this FileZilla toolbar. Actually, this is something that I use. This is a FTP utility that I use, but I'm going to go to clean just to show you. Okay. Done. You just hit clean and that's it. So here, this is going to protect antivirus, web protection, ransomware, privacy protection, malicious traffic. Premium protection. Okay, so it's in beta, so it's free. I don't know how long it's going to be free, but for now it is. Web filtering. So it's going to allow stuff that you like. So, and if there are websites that you want to, if you want to block some things but keep some websites available to be seen, you can make exceptions for Facebook or whatever they want to view. Privacy, let's see. So you've got, anytime it turns on your webcam, you can turn on webcam protection and mic protection so that those unwanted, no one can remotely turn on your microphone or your webcam. It will warn you. So if you want to use it, you're going to have to enable it. So yeah, this works in the background. It does not slow down your computer. And I think it's worth it to just gift the elders in your life a peace of mind in this way. Not only peace of mind, they won't know. They might not know what you're protecting. That is the thing. Okay, here's another thing that is very true. And here, I'm going to turn this around super quick, and then I'm going to go look outside at the surf. Well, it's kind of a windstorm right now. Let's see how much the trees are blowing over. Yeah, we got about 15 knot winds out there. I might not be able to go surfing. But another thing that I've discovered, and it was really hard for me at the beginning of doing IT, is that people don't understand what you're doing. They don't understand what you're fixing. They don't understand the steps that you take to solve the problems. They just see you doing something, it seems magical, and you're the wizard, and you get to, walk away having their stuff fixed, and they don't know how you did it. This is a tremendously frustrating experience for people. So what I've begun doing is I created a support subscription that actually prevents all of the problems that they'll probably have so that they just don't experience that. And this, I definitely include the OpenDNS and the Sophos Home in my support subscription. Despite them being free, they do need to be configured. So, so I set that up for people. Oh, I'm just trying to use my iPad as a mouse. I was like, trying to clarify. Not the mouse, not the trackpad. So yeah, here's I'll just give the support line phone number again, 805-816-3792. So you can FaceTime in if you've got a problem and you need some help. If you have a question, let's see here. If you have a question, you can ask a question. I'm broadcasting in a bunch of different places, so I don't have access to the comments. Let's see, anything? I can see the Facebook one on my own timeline, but that's it. So if there are no questions, I guess I'm going to prepare setting up this server situation for us later. And again, I will make the server tutorials free, available for rebroadcast. So they're going to be on Facebook, Twitter, Periscope for rebroadcast, and also I'm going to upload them to Vimeo. So just, I'm not going to do any editing. If I'm saying like, rambling, then, you know, just take a moment to check your own Twitter or refresh something. There will be, it'll be a little raw, but such is life. We just have to do it. This isn't exactly entertaining all the time. Most of the time it is, hopefully. Yeah, that's what I've got for you today. I was even crying because I am trying so many new things. I'm studying so hard. This next week, I'm not even going to have time for appointments because I need to crunch time on my CompTIA. I've got to pass this exam by February before the test changes. And now I'm just stressed to the max. I was literally crying for a long time last night because I was so frustrated. Thinking, I'm not going to pass a test. Everyone can do this. Why can't I? And Brian was saying, hey, look, he's a professor. He was saying, I am a professional. He had to sit me down and say, he was like, you are smart. You're trying to get a college degree in one little test. It's like taking a whole college curriculum in this one test event. And you gotta just slow down and realize that it's one test. Don't take it so seriously. And I needed like my partner to have a chat with me because it was breaking down so hard. So I get frustrated too. I've got to learn all new things. I only started my IT practice in 2014 full time. And there are no more upgradable Macs. Everything's on mobile. Everything's SSD. Can't upgrade the RAM anymore. That financial stream is gone to pasture. Can't upgrade hard drives anymore. That used to be part of my revenue. I had to change my whole business. Because I was getting 3 or 4 year old Macs, putting new hard drives in them, upgrading the RAM, good to go. I had to change the whole game. So I know how frustrating it is to create changes. But I also know that these tech bros are lying to you. They're lying to me. And my low self-esteem around tech and around ability and ability privilege, I didn't go to university. I don't have a university degree. I have a technical degree. I went to technical college. I went to 2. FIT, the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York. I did not graduate. And I did graduate with a degree in audio engineering, 2-year degree from the Institute of Production and Recording. So when people come up with their sunglasses and their Lamborghini, I'm scared too. I believe them. I let their material stuff make me feel inadequate. And you know what? That is why they're doing it. Because you don't need a Lamborghini to drive around LA. That's the stupidest move ever. Do you know how much we have to stop and go? I'm outside of LA now, but I mean, driving a Lamborghini and stop and go traffic, that is a concerted effort. That is a concerted effort to make other people feel like crap, to elevate yourself. It is. You can't drive a Ferrari down PCH. You know how much you have to stop? So think about that. You can't go faster than 55 miles an hour down PCH. It's a windy road and it's really dangerous. So if people are saying like, yeah, Ferrari in Malibu, you have to stop every 2 miles. Give me a break. Don't believe it. It's a lie. All right, we're going to do it together. And we're going to be freaking dangerous. because we'll be empowered with this knowledge that no one can take away. Talk about the great equalizer. So I'm not going to look at I'm not going to be looking at those sunglasses anymore and those fancy cars. I am going to see the truth, which is the truth is that there's a bully that pushed other people to the side. That's the packaging that I'm going to see. I'm going to see a deriving bully that probably doesn't have the skill and talent to make it without that Ferrari. I drive a crappy car that's several years old, and I love it because I can put my surfboards in it. That's my truth. So I'm reclaiming my time. Thank you to all the people that are going to the Women's March. I don't feel really good, so I'm not going to go. But I'm going to be definitely watching all the live streams and retweeting the people and getting into the energy of taking our power back as women and as human beings, just being half of the planet like we are, and showing up for our side, showing up with power and strength and dignity and love and caring and nurturing. So that's who we are. So yeah, this is the end of the broadcast. I think I went on a long time today. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm going to do some reading. And I'll be back. I will be back with that server 1. We're gonna workshop it together. We're gonna learn together for free. Just take a commitment of time. Just commit that you'll watch for 2 minutes. You don't have to watch the whole thing. You can come back to it later. If something feels scary or overwhelming, press pause. But don't give up. All right, lecture over. And